Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we are looking into how other people view you. So the impression you give off, the thoughts people think of you, and the overall energy and vibe people get when they meet you. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and choose the stone that you feel most drawn to. I'll link the groups down in the timestamps below this video. And I'm noticing my camera is not focusing on some of these stones. I'm sorry, the lighting is really bad today. It's like raining. But this one is a beautiful iridescent quartz stone. Hopefully you can see it. This is a small polished carnelian. Number 3, we have a little quartz geode cluster, and here we have a polished speckled lazulite stone. Go ahead and choose the one you feel most drawn to, and I will see you in your reading. Hi group 1, and welcome. If you guys chose this beautiful iridescent quartz stone, then this will be your reading. So today we're looking into how other people see you. Not necessarily who you are, although I will do a comparison on that, how you actually are versus how people see you. But we're mostly looking into just the impression or vibe or energy that you give off, and maybe some of the thoughts that people have about you when they see you. So to start off here, I pulled 2 cards, one for who you actually are versus how people see you. Now these are single card simplifications, so obviously this isn't the full extent to how people see you, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So what I'm getting from this is that, 1, you're a very artistic and expressive person, group 1, and I feel like you tend to say what's on your mind, but that's generally a good thing. Like, you're not blunt or rude. You like to lift people up. You're a pretty positive, happy person. And I feel like most people are not actually positive, happy, uplifting people. So when they encounter someone like you, group 1, they don't know what to make of it. And I feel like especially people that have kind of a more negative world view, or just kind of a negative way of looking at the world, I don't know, they don't read your positive, uplifting side very well because they can't relate to it. So for most people are not as positive and expressive as you. So a lot of people, unfortunately, because they're not coming from that positive, happy place, they see someone who's a little shallow, like you can't see anything besides, you know, the shiny stuff in front of you, you know, the happy stuff. They think that, I don't know, like you're caught up in fantasy and you're not seeing the world for what it really is. Whether or not you actually are, I feel like you're actually the type of positive person who does see the world for what it is, and you just choose to look on the bright side, and you choose to help people feel better. You choose to be an uplifter rather than a pessimist, basically. But for a lot of people, they're just trapped in the grind of day-to-day life, and they're not used to looking on the positive side. So for them, it seems like you're living in a positive, happy fantasy world, like you're faking your smile almost. And I feel like for most of you, group 1, that's not actually true, but that is how a lot of people see you, unfortunately. And I don't think that says anything bad about you. It just says something about the people you come into contact with. Like, especially people that are less positive and more negative, they tend to be more judgmental, and they're going to judge something positive or a positive, happy, expressive person because they don't understand it. They just don't understand it. So they only can interpret it through their negative lens. And it's unfortunate, but it's just kind of how people are, or how the people that you interact with are. But that's a first impression here. So I'd like to pull some tarot and get a little more detail into how people see you, or the thoughts they have about you. And for that, I'm going to be using my Medieval Scampini Tarot deck. As always, I will have a link to that below in the description. But Spirit, can we get some more detail on how people see Group 1? How do people view Group 1? Cards do not want to come out today. Alright, Spirit, how do people see Group 1? Maybe it's just really complicated. Maybe you give off a complicated vibe. Okay, 8 of Wands. Alright, how do people see Group 1? Please, Spirit, how do people see Group 1? 6 of Wands. How do people see Group 1? Please, Spirit. 8 of Cups. Interesting. So with the Wands here, I'm getting that they notice your passion right away. Like, it just radiates from your energy, like without even talking to you. How you feel, or your passion about life, or just the fact that you notice the beauty in things, that shows just in your energy. Like, just being in your presence, people are aware of that. Especially with the 8 of Wands here, you radiate this very vibrant, positive energy, and I feel like that's why some people just don't get you. And another aspect to that is your positive energy comes across as confidence. Whether or not you actually feel confident, you seem very confident in who you are. And I feel like if you combine the confidence you give off plus your natural positivity, some people see that as a little, almost like, I don't want to say snobby, but again, this is more negative people viewing you. I feel like you attract a lot of attention, like you draw a lot of eyes or attention specifically from negative people for some reason. I don't know why, Group 1, but I just have that impression. Like, maybe it's just because you are confident and positive, and negative people are jealous of you or something. It's like, yeah, it's almost like they start making negative judgments of you, like you're snobby and overly happy just because you want to show off that you're happy and your life is good. And that's not actually how you're feeling, because I know, I can feel that you are actually just a positive person that just, you know, wants to see the good in things, and you like yourself for the most part, and you like other people, and you like expressing things. And for some reason, these negative people that are drawn to you, they don't like that, because it just shines. It's like you have a light that shines something inside of them that they don't want to see, or you have something that they don't want to have. You're like, it's like your positivity, like they don't have that, and they on some level wish they had that too. So when you shine your light, it's just making them more aware that they don't have that. And so I feel like that attracts a lot of negative judgment from that type of person. And for some reason, just the negative people are the ones I'm getting energy from. For some reason, your light just stands out to negative people, and I don't know why, Group 1. I just don't know why. Let's see here. The 8 of Cups. Okay, so I'm not getting normal 8 of Cups vibes from this, like traveling or turning away from something or moving on. It's actually the imagery on the card that's standing out to me. Like we have a couple dancing here. I don't know if you can see it, but like it's just lively fun. I feel like you're just kind of a bubbly person, and it expresses in your body language, particularly like just your passion for life. And I don't know, like you feel comfortable in yourself in a bubbly way, like you have a bubbly way of moving, if that makes sense. Maybe you just have a lightness in your step, or maybe you're just one of those hyper bouncy people. I don't know what it is, but that's what's coming across in your energy, regardless of if you think it is or not. And honestly, group 1, if I was around you, I wouldn't be having negative opinions. I'd be wanting to get to know you. I love happy, positive, bouncy people. And so I feel like the judgments people make of you over your positivity, it thankfully repels those bad people for the most part, or at least I hope it does, group 1, because I feel like this energy, it should be attracting very similar bubbly people. And yeah, at least it would attract me. If I saw you, I would probably smile. I like this energy. I've been smiling like this reading. Your energy, it's just very radiant and happy and expressive, and I like that. Okay, I want to pull just a few more cards in case there's a little more complexity here, and I also just like this energy, so let's stay here a little longer. Alright, Spirit, how do people see group 1? How do people see group 1? Hopefully you can see these. We have the Devil. Interesting. Okay, that's adding some complexity here. How do people see group 1, Spirit? How do people see group 1? The Devil and Death. Okay. Again, I'm getting that these aren't actually what people get of you. These are the judgments people make of you. I think, group 1, that people just kind of wish they were you. That they wish they were free, as open and light as you are. That they wish that they could express themselves in that way. And I don't know, you just have something other people don't have, and it causes this jealous feeling. And like it's like they think you're being positive just to make them feel bad. You know, like how people will post all this positive stuff on social media or Facebook or whatever and try to make their life look perfect. It's like people think you're doing that all the time. Like you're just walking around through life trying to pretend that your life is perfect and make everyone jealous. But I don't think you're doing that, group 1. You're not trying to do that. It's just people's jealousy makes them think that of you. Like you come across like, yeah, you're not actually strutting around trying to make people feel bad. A lot of people just tend to think that of you, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate you attract negative attention in that way, because you are not a negative person. It's so weird. It's so weird. But yeah, I hope that resonated, group 1. This was a fun energy to channel, so you're a fun person. I was happy to do this. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in another video. Bye! Hi group 2, and welcome. So today we're looking into how other people see you. How your energy and vibe comes across to them, not necessarily who you are, but how just the impression you give off, what other people think about you. So the first thing I've done here is we've got some cards to represent who you actually are and how other people see you, and then we're going to pull some tarot to get more clarification on the specific thoughts and feelings and impressions they get when they see you. So who you actually are was represented by the buffalo, and how people see you was represented by the zebra. So I feel like people see you one way and you actually think of yourself a little differently than how people see you. In the sense that you see yourself as pretty down to earth and practical, like you're grounded in yourself, you know who you are. But the people that see you, they see a deeper complexity to you than you actually see in yourself, if that makes sense. Like they see you as more sophisticated and a little hard to read, to be honest. And for you, I think maybe you just know yourself so well that you're actually confused that people would find you complicated, I guess, or not really understand you, but the fact is that they don't. I get the feeling that maybe you've just had more experiences than most people, or you've had different experiences from most of the people that you interact with or come into contact with. Maybe you've moved around a lot and experienced different cultures, or maybe you just come from a completely different place, and to you feel almost normal. Well, not normal in the sense, you feel like you don't feel as out of the ordinary as people see you. People see you as, I don't know, you just stand out for some reason, and how you interact with people stands out. The stories you tell stand out. I get the feeling you guys maybe don't share a lot with other people, but the pieces you do share, people are intrigued by that. Like it's sophisticated, it's worldly, it's experienced, it's just different from what they've experienced personally. It's different from the other people they know for whatever reason. So that being said, I'd like to get a little bit of tarot to clarify or get maybe a little more detail on the thoughts that people think of you, or the impressions they have, or the feelings you create in other people. And today we're using my Medieval Scampini Tarot deck. As always, I will have a link for it below in the description for those of you who are interested. Okay, Spirit, how do people see group 1? How do people see group 1? Or 2, sorry, why did I say group 1? Spirit, how do people see group 2? What is their impression of group 2? Oh, there we go. Both of these are coming out. All right, we've got the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Wands. Spirit, how do people see group 2? How does group 2 come across to other people? How does group 2 come across to other people? 7 of Swords. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so like I said, you seem complicated to other people. They just don't know what to make of you. They can't read you. There's some complexity to you that they just don't understand for some reason. I don't know. I get the feeling maybe some of you are foreigners or immigrants, and you've moved somewhere where the culture is very different, or I'm not sure. You're just different from the people around you. And there's so much complexity in how people think of you. I'm trying to make sense of it. So on one level, you come across as fun and happy and lively, and I'm really getting that with the 4 of Wands. Like that there is a happiness to you. Like I don't know if it's a surface level happiness, but there's some level of, I don't know, just satisfaction with your life, I guess is the word to use with that. They don't really see you as a negative person. You're not a Debbie Downer. but it's not like irritating positivity either. There's a security in yourself, and I feel like that's how you feel about yourself as well. You're just secure in yourself, and people can see that. With the Five of Wands here, I don't know. The Five of Wands card makes me think the word combative, but that's not the energy I'm getting from this. It's like you're not argumentative, but maybe you speak your mind a little too bluntly. Maybe it just comes across really bluntly to the people around you, and it might just, I don't know, it might make more sensitive people feel stepped on. Like the way you speak is heavy, if that makes sense. It's heavy or blunt, or it's not as tactful as most people are. It's like less tactful, but you never mean things in a negative way. Like you don't mean it combatively, and I don't feel like most people take it combatively. I feel like it's just more sensitive people, or people who are very insecure about themselves, can feel attacked based on the way you speak, if that makes sense. Like, you don't sugarcoat things. And I feel like it stems from your own security in yourself. Like, you wouldn't want people to sugarcoat things for you, so you don't sugarcoat things for others. And for some people, they don't mind that. Some people are more like you and they appreciate that, but other people, stepped on is the wrong word, but I'm hearing it for some reason. Quite frankly, less secure people, just you can hurt their feelings. Basically, their feelings get hurt, and I don't know if they show this to you, but it just happens. And I know you don't mean to come across that way, but that is how other people read how you communicate with them. And I'm seeing that with the Seven of Swords here too. Like, Seven of Swords is usually, you know, this sneakiness. So I would describe this as too tactful, but I feel like it's the Seven of Swords type of people that are just like overly polite and never speak their mind. That's whose feelings you hurt, if that makes sense. And I don't know if this is coming up because some of you are typically pretty blunt and straightforward, and you've noticed that you hurt other people's feelings, and maybe some of you actually compensate with it, or compensate for it by trying to be overly polite, or not being as blunt and direct as you want to when you're around someone sensitive. So I feel like maybe sometimes when you've accidentally said things that might, or said things in a way that other people might find a little hurtful, some of you have overcompensated for that and started interacting with some people in this overly cautious way. Let's see here. So the other word I'm getting for you is colorful. You come across as colorful. I don't know if your language is colorful, or if it's something in the way you dress, or just something in your personality. Like I've been saying, your personality comes across as really complex and different, and it's not that you're hard to read. It's like there's so much to you that it would take a while for someone to fully understand and get to know you. Like, it's like people want to get to know you, but it's a big undertaking. Like, it's gonna take a long time to unravel all the pieces of you, because you just come across as lots of different parts to you, or a big history or something. There's colorfulness, there's a vibrancy to it even. It's not like a negative, dark complexity. It's an intriguing, bright, like a rainbow of colors. Okay, I'm gonna ask Spirit for just a little bit more information here. Spirit, how do people see Group 2? How does Group 2 come across? Nine of Cups. Okay. So this is just more digging into that you feel really secure in yourself. But at the same time, I feel like the sureness you have in yourself, your own level of inner confidence, your own level of inner grounded stability helps other people feel that way too. Like it gets, like they absorb some of that energy. Just being around you makes people feel more secure or sure of themselves. Like, I don't know if you're one of those people that's just, that, I don't know. There's like a, what's the word I'm trying to get to? I'm sorry if this is frustrating. There's a specific word that's just not coming to mind. But basically, you inspire confidence in other people because of your own inner confidence. Like, they just feel better being around you. There's this positive, stable energy that radiates around you, and it almost forms this, I want to say barrier, but it just, to just be near you makes people feel better about themselves in a way where you feel good about yourself, and I think you feel good about the people around you too, and maybe that's what's coming off to them. Like, it's like being around you makes them feel cool, if that makes sense. Like you're a cool person, and yeah, you're just like the cool kid that other people want to be around, and it makes them feel cool too. Like it makes them feel one of the in crowd almost. I know that's kind of weird, but it's just, maybe that's not how you feel about yourself. Like you just feel fairly normal or whatever, but other people look up to you in a social kind of way, if that makes sense. Alright, I think we're going to end your reading here. I hope that made sense and cleared things up a bit. If this resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye! Hi Group 3 and welcome. You guys chose this white quartz cluster. So today's reading, we're looking into how other people see you. What vibe do you give off? What energy do you give off? You know, what are people's impressions and thoughts and feelings about you when they see you? So I pulled 2 cards for you, one to represent who you actually are versus how people see you. So I don't know if you're going to like this Group 3, but the word I have is intimidating. You intimidate people to the point where people are actually kind of scared of you, like actually frightened by you. And you just have such a huge energetic presence, which is weird because I get the feeling not all of you are very expressive. Like you're not super extroverted, and you don't outwardly try to show this inner energy. It's very, very strong energy you give off, and people can feel that when they're around you. But it's like there is a quietness to you that people are confused by. They're confused by the level, the gigantic energy fields that you radiate, basically, versus the not necessarily quiet, though quiet for some of you, that this more reserved nature. Like there's a huge juxtaposition between what you are on the inside and the energy you radiate and what you choose to consciously express. And that's intimidating to people. That's scary to some people, especially people that don't have as strong of an energy. And your energy, it's very powerful, right? Because we have the cheetah here. We have, well, this explosive force almost. This it's this intense passion within you, and people can feel that, but you choose not to express it with words or language or body action. And I feel like that confusion just throws people off to the point where that they don't know what to make of your intense passion. Like it's kind of very, very Scorpionic energy here. I don't know, maybe you are a Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, or just have other strong Scorpio in your chart, or possibly have Pluto in your first house, I'd want to say, like, or some sort of, well, one of the houses where it's just going to show through in your outward energy, or maybe aspecting your sun in some way in your chart. But that's only for those of you that are really into that astrology stuff. But basically, yeah, people are intimidated by you, and it's because of your internal energy that you don't always express. What I'd like to do is move on to some tarot, grab some tarot to see what people's thoughts are about you specifically, because that's what I'm interested in. Like, what are they thinking when they come into contact with you? But also get a look into their feelings and impressions of you overall. For this, I'm using my Medieval Scampini tarot deck. As always, I will have a link for that in the description below. But Spirit, how do people view Group 3? What do people think about Group 3? What do people think about Group 3? The Pope. This is the Hierophant in this deck. It's called the Pope. Spirit, what do people think about Group 3? What do people think about Group 3? Eight of Swords. Spirit, what are people's thoughts about Group 3? Knight of Cups. Okay, still lots of Scorpio energy here. I don't know what it is about you guys, but I mean, there's obviously a lot of fire energy for you too, so you could be like an Aries or Sagittarius or possibly Leo as well, but for some reason I'm getting major Scorpio Pluto energy here. At least that's how people perceive you. Maybe you are Scorpio rising. But yeah, so the energy I'm getting with the Pope here, or the Hierophant, is that there is like a wisdom to you, is the word that's coming to mind. People see you as wise, and maybe it's like they think you can see into them. It's like they can't see into you, even though they know there is a huge well of depth to you. I feel like they feel like your energy is piercing into them, and you almost make them feel exposed in a way. And I think that's why people are scared of you. Maybe you just read people really well and they can pick up on that. But yeah, there's a level of exposure that people feel around you. And with the Eight of Swords here, it's like, yeah, it's like that. It's like they can't read into your energy. It's very blocked off, but it's there. They know it's there, but they can't see it. They can't feel it. They can't understand it. But they feel like you can understand them. Like you're seeing into them, but they can't see into you. And this barrier makes people uneasy, because it's like they're naked and you're clothed is kind of the feeling I'm getting. I don't know, maybe it's something about your eyes. I feel like it has to do with your eyes, like they can just pierce right into people's soul, and you know everything about them. I don't know if that is actually the case, Group 3, but that is how people see you. At least a lot of people see you, and it makes them uneasy. It makes them uneasy, like you have this power over them. And then with the Knight of Cups here, this is like your depth of passion. Like the energy you radiate, like I was saying, it's very fiery, it's very passionate, and the Knight of Cups here is like, this is mainly what's giving me these Scorpio vibes. It's like there's so much depth to how you think about things and how you feel about things, and At least that's how people are seeing you. I don't know if this is the case, but this is the impression people have, is that you think very deeply about things, you feel very deeply about things, and you have very deep, strong opinions about things, and it's intimidating. It makes people uneasy. It's like they're thinking, okay, what opinions do they have about me? They're obviously thinking something very intense about me. What is it? What are they thinking about me? I don't know. I can't read them, but they can read me. Yeah. You come across as a very, very intense person, group 3. Let's get a few more thoughts here, because this is interesting. Alright, Spirit, can we get some more detail? What do people think and feel when they see group 3? Page of Swords just flew out. Okay, so we had the Page of Swords and the King of Cups. It's almost like they think that you're judging them because of this energy. Like I was saying, they don't know what you're thinking about them, but they know you're thinking something strong. And it makes some people afraid that you're judging them in a negative way. And I don't know if you have a strong ego or you tend to judge people a lot, group 3, because I'm not really getting that from you, but people think that when you see them, and I think it's because of something in your eyes, something in your gaze, something in how you look at them makes them think that you're examining them very in depth and seeing something in them that they don't want you to see, and it makes them feel insecure and exposed. And this King of Cups here, it's almost like when they're around you, they're feeling like they're hoping you see the good parts and not the bad parts because of this exposure they're feeling. It's like that's the main thing. Like they're almost tensing up because they're like, okay, I gotta only show the good parts of me. I gotta make sure this person only sees this part of me. I don't want them to see into my soul. This is very, very interesting, group 3. Who are you? Yeah. Your energy is just intense. It's just intense, and I don't know if you guys mean to give off this vibe, or if it's practiced, or what. Maybe it's different for all of you. But yeah, you're just intimidating, group 3. Whether you want to be or not, it's just... There's also an extra element here that I need to talk about. It's like... It's not like people see you as sinister, in case what I've said comes across that way. I need to clarify that. You don't come across as sinister. In fact, you come across as someone people want to respect. Like they respect you. They respect you or look up to you in some kind of way. But it's like, because of that, that's why they're so worried about themselves. That's why you make them feel so insecure. It's not because they see you as a bad person, or they're scared of you because you're bad. They're scared of you just because of how you make them feel about themselves. It's just, yeah. You're an interesting person, to say the least, group 3. At least you definitely come across that way to other people. So if this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye! Hi there, group 4, and welcome. So today, what we're looking at is how people see you. What's the vibe you give off? What's the energy you give off? What are people's impressions and thoughts of you? And we'll look a little bit into how it compares to who you actually are. But we're mostly going to be looking at how people see you. So I've pre-drawn a couple cards for you. This one, the bear, represents who you actually are, and the wolf is representing the overall impression people get of you. That's how they view you. So The first thing I'm getting here is that you at least come across as a pretty open, honest person, and I feel like it's pretty true to who you are. That there is a deeper intuitive side to you that you don't always share, but it's more just you know, your own personal journey. You're not as willing to share that, but what people see in you with this wolf card is that you are very reliable. You are not just reliable, it's like they see you as an important part of their community or their family or their workplace. Wherever you go, you're kind of seen as this integral part, and people rely on you. They find you dependable. They see you as someone they can come to for advice or counsel. It's almost like you're an important constituent in the way people see you, and they trust you. They find you very trustworthy. Like, they're willing to open up to you. They're willing to talk to you about their problems. They're willing to go to you for help, and they also, what a lot of people would be willing to do the same thing for you. Like, people just feel this mutual comfort when they're around you because you're so connected, and you come across as honest and warm is what I'm getting. Yeah, so I don't know if that's how you feel about yourself necessarily, but that is how people see you, as honest, trustworthy, dependable, a good friend, a good family member, just a good person to have around in any situation. And it's not like reliable and dependable in like a practical sense, like you attract necessarily a lot of people that want to use you. It's like people really, I don't know, they want you around because they enjoy your friendliness and warmth, if that makes sense. But that's just the initial impression. I would like to delve into some further, like how people think about you, or how they make you feel, or what thoughts come into their mind when they see you. And for that, we're going to be using my Medieval Scampini Tarot. As always, I will have a link to all the decks I use in the description box below for those who are interested. So Spirit, how do people view Group 4? What is the energy that Group 4 gives off? What do people think about Group 4? So we have the King of Wands coming out. And I believe this card is the Ace of Pentacles. It's not labeled in this deck, but I'm pretty sure that's the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit, how do people see Group 4? How does Group 4 come across to those around them? What do people think of Group 4? We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so yeah, this is just reinforcing this warm family balance here. With the King and Queen of Wands, what I'm feeling is like father-mother vibes. Like it's almost like they view you kind of in the way someone might view a parent, as loving and trustworthy and someone to confide in. You just have this beautiful, beautiful warmth about you. I think that's the word I'm missing, is beautiful. Like it's this orangey warm energy. Like this what's around the wolf is really what's standing out to me. It's just like this genuineness about you that people really find comforting. Like you're a comforting presence. Like you're the type of person someone would want at a big party, but also like a close-knit family holiday gathering. You just, I don't know, your vibe is just so warm, Group 4. It's just so warm. And I haven't felt this in any of the other groups. Like it's very unique to you. You're definitely the type of person I would want to have around. It's like cozy almost, if that makes sense. You make people feel cozy. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, I'm seeing that you come across as put together. Like, not ostentatious. You don't overdo things in your appearance. You just, but you do seem, you come across as clean and well put together, if that makes sense, in terms of your appearance. With the King and Queen of Wands here, I also imagine you are conventionally attractive as well. Even if you don't feel that way about yourself, that is how other people see you, in terms of what I'm seeing here, and the feeling I'm getting is that people find you physically attractive. And the other imagery on this Ace of Pentacles card that's sticking out to me is the fact that this child here, or angel, is holding up the coin. It's almost like that's how people see you. You're kind of like the constituent, the glue that holds groups together or can hold things together. Like, people can rely on you and trust you. And it's not like, this isn't the vibe you get from just people who've gotten to know you. People get this impression of you right off the bat, is just that you are someone to be relied upon, because you come across as so sturdy and stable and friendly and attractive, and you just seem like a reliable, honest sort of person. It's just warm. It's a beautiful energy. Let's see, what else am I seeing here? I feel like in terms of first impression especially, that's an amazing first impression to give, I think. And that's what people primarily get off of you. Like, there's no negativity at all. I don't really feel judgment from people. I don't really feel like they feel any sort of judgment from you. There's just not really anything negative here, but I'll go ahead and ask Spirit for maybe a little more clarification. Spirit, how do people see group 4? How do people see group 4? How does group 4 come across to other people? What vibe does group 4 give off? Okay, we have the Four of Wands. Again, what we're looking at, the Four of Wands is a very homely card. It's like the stable, like the epitome of a happy home. You are just a friendly person. Like, you come across as warm, like family when people see you. And with the Four of Wands here, I'm getting more of that stability energy. You are just stable and reliable, even if you don't feel like it. Like, maybe this energy is not a good thing for some of you. Maybe it leads too many people to come and try to rely on you, and it overwhelms you. I can see that happening for you, group 4. But it's not because people want to use you. There's just something really solid about you, that people trust you. But I can see how it could be overwhelming. Like, you have maybe too many people relying on you for support. If you are one of those people, then I think Spirit's asking me to tell you to make sure you take time for yourself, right? Like, it's not necessary to hold everyone else up just because you can, or people see you as that way, or you want to. You want to be that good person that does that for other people. Spirit is saying, if it's overwhelming, you should and are supposed to take a break, right? Your job isn't to hold other people up, even though it is a natural part of who you are and a natural part of your energy. You can't actually continue to do it for everyone all of the time. And that's a specific message. I'm not sure it applies to all of you, but Spirit thought that was important for me to mention for this group. But I think that's what I have for you, group 4. I'm going to go ahead and end your reading right here. If this resonated, please leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in another reading. Bye!